Hey everyone! Today I wanted to talk to you guys about how to find a therapist. So this is a question that I get asked a lot on Instagram, and it's also something that I've personally struggled with. So I just wanted to make a full video about all the different ways that you can find a therapist. There's been a few different times in my life that I have really struggled with finding therapy. The first time I was in college, and so I was always really busy and on campus, so I wasn't exactly sure where I would find the time to go to therapy, even though that was kind of just an excuse. But another time was last year when I turned 26 and I couldn't be on my mom's insurance anymore. So I ended up having to find my own insurance, and even when I did, since it's so low cost, it's not exactly the best insurance, so that made it really difficult to find a therapist. But now that I've been through it all and I've done tons of my own research, I just wanted to compile it all into one video, so hopefully this can help you guys to also find a therapist. Of course, I do want to say first that if you're under 18, you definitely need to talk to your parents first, because in order to go to therapy, you will need their permission, and so definitely sit them down and talk to them about why you want to start therapy, and then you all can go through these options that I'm going to talk about now. So for those of you that do have health insurance, definitely check with your insurance agency first. Sometimes you can look up doctors in your network just on their website, but most of the time, like I did, you will have to call and talk to somebody in customer service, but they are extremely helpful and they will help you find therapists that are in your network, close to you, that take your health insurance. And this will definitely be the most low-cost option if you do have insurance. The next thing that you can do is talk to your primary care physician. So usually your primary care doctor will know the most about you medically and maybe even mentally. I had a really good relationship with my primary care physician, and he's actually the very first one that I talked to about feeling depressed, and he was the one that got me onto an antidepressant. This was about 7 years ago, and I'm still taking the same medication, and it has worked wonders for me. He actually even talked to me about his own struggles with anxiety and depression and told me that he still sees a therapist every week. And this actually made me feel so much more comfortable talking to him about my mental health issues. And since I already see him for my medical needs, I also talk to him about my mental needs as well. Your primary care doctor can refer you to a therapist that they know of, and they can even send over your medical records if that's needed. The next thing you can do is check with your employer or your school. Sometimes companies or universities will have free or really low-cost therapy for their employees or students. I actually took advantage of this while I was in college, and I received therapy from doctoral level students right on campus. It was so convenient and it was completely free, so it was really awesome. To check to see if your work or school has this, either talk to your academic advisor at school or talk to someone in HR at work and see if they offer any kind of therapy. Also, speaking of doctoral level students, check around to local colleges that have a PsyD or PhD program. They'll sometimes offer low-cost therapy provided by doctoral students that are completing their practicum, and it's usually open to everyone and not just students at the school. It's not the same as the free therapy that I talked about earlier for students, but this is really low cost that's open to the public for people that don't have insurance. This is actually what I'm doing right now. I'm on a wait list at the University of Louisville to get into their therapy program that is provided by doctoral students doing their practicum. There are also quite a few ways to find therapists quick and easy just online. The first one I talked about in my previous video, psychologytoday.com. So on there you can search through millions of therapists by zip code, health insurance, and even specific issues that you're having. Another website is called auntbertha.com. On this website, you can search free and low-cost resources from food banks to housing to therapy, so you can find so much on there. Another good option is online therapy apps. I actually did a review of my experience on BetterHelp and Talkspace. I will link that right up here. But these can be a really good option for people that are too anxious to go to therapy or actually can't get a ride to an actual therapist. They have licensed therapists on this app. You can message them 24/7. For more info, you can see my review that I did in this video. One website that I have been using for about 6 years now is 7cups.com. It is 7 cups of tea. You can get on there and talk to other people that are going through the same issues as you. You can talk to a trained listener, or you can even get a licensed therapist on there. I always really liked the support groups because it's people that are going through the same thing as me that can kind of relate. And also I really liked getting on there and helping other people go through their problems, because then that kind of made me forget about my own problems for a little bit. There are also cool forums and daily challenges that you can do on there that are supposed to help alleviate anxiety, depression, whatever you're going through, kind of some mindfulness exercises and things. I'll link all of these websites down in the description below, but you should definitely check those out. So I'd really like to know, have any of you all ever struggled with finding a therapist? Or if there's a way that you found your therapist that I didn't mention in the video, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. So I really hope you guys liked this video and you found it helpful and valuable. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you guys next time.